Welcome to the Fuse News. This is everything you need to know about the Tomorrow Update. First of all, let's talk about Amaria's Blessing. This is a buff to the first 500 energy spent every single day. While you're farming, you'll get significantly higher drop rates. We're talking ×4 the drop rate for legendary runes. And it completely eliminates blue runes, unknown scrolls, etc. from the drop table. The devs cited that you could expect about 10 legend runes for a single ×30 run. So that means, hypothetically, if you were short on time, you could do your Amaria buff for the day and then just hop on scout battles. And now I got you asking, what are scout battles? Scout battles. Offline farming is coming to Summoner's War, and they are spectacular for both new and longtime players. And this was directly asked for by players, which is pretty sick. These AFK battles can be turned on and off as you want, and over the course of up to 8 hours, your monsters will farm for you. So now while you're sleeping for the optimal 8 hours, which I know you're getting, you can also be making progress faster than ever. The farm never stops, and now you don't need to be glued to your phone to do it. A few more details on it: you can do anywhere between 180 to 220 runs based on your clear times. You can't do repeat battle at the same time, and notably that Amaria's Blessing buff won't apply to scout battles. That's purely for when you personally are on the Sky Islands. And if you cancel the scout battles, you'll get the difference of energy back, because you will need to have that energy up front before you begin scout battles. When you go to start scout battle, you can select any cleared dungeon floor in Kairos or the Rift of Worlds. And as one last bonus, the runes from this are stored separately from your main rune inventory. When you start scout battles, the game will just check to make sure you have at least one open space in your rune inventory, and if you do, you're good to go. Next, let's talk about the dimension hole changes. First of all, no more blue runes are dropping inside the ancient rune dungeons. They're also shifting to a 1000 maximum dimension hole energy storage, but the cost of entry will be adjusted slightly. It's about to get a lot easier to get 2A monsters as well. Now, it'll only take approximately 60 runs to Second Awaken a unit, which is great news for all of us looking for skill ups. Next, let's talk about the Temple of Chaos, which, before we get into it, I just gotta give some congratulations over to the folks on the Summoners War subreddit, because they caught that continental shift almost immediately. That was incredible timing. The new boss within the Temple of Chaos will be available during the first week of each month, and you'll fight the boss in a relay battle fashion. So that means 3 decks, back to back to back, each composed of 5 monsters. You'll go right from one to the next one after either one team gets wiped or 50 turns pass, whichever comes first. Something really cool about this as well is that buffs and debuffs are going to carry over between teams. So you could theoretically set up a defense break with your first team and it'll be there for your next team. The boss has infinite HP, and that's actually a good thing, because that means that there's constant room for progress between months. Mechanically, the boss works very differently from other bosses in Summoner's War. First of all, he doesn't have an attack bar. Instead, he's just going to get a turn after you take 4 turns. So that means be careful with procs. Also, each time the boss is hit, he's going to stack 1% damage reduction. So with that in mind, you may want to prioritize single hitting monsters instead of multi-hits. Think giants instead of necro. The rewards are also looking real spicy. In fact, let's move on to talk about the new items coming to Summoner's War in the Tomorrow Update. First of all, we've got the Refinement Stone. This is plain and simple, lets you keep the substats, but re-roll the values of a rune. What? That's amazing. Next, we have Core Fragments. This is artifact reappraisal, but you can lock the substats you like. These are also coming to Siege Battle and World Arena rewards. Now let's talk about the new player pickup summon list. With the advent of the Tomorrow Update, new players are going to have a much easier time getting the nat4s and nat5s they need to play the game. A new summon list featuring 15 hand-picked nat5s and a slimmed-down list of nat4s geared towards new players will optionally be available to summon from. This is going to utilize that special summon checkbox feature. And once you summon 3 nat5s, the list will no longer be available. Now, even though this is specifically tailored towards new players, everyone will have access to it. So if you're missing something like Brad the Water Dragon, like me, this might actually be a good opportunity to try to get him. That's everything you need to know about the Tomorrow Update, but if you want even more detail about all these new changes, check out the dev note that's linked in the description. And I also wanted to remind everyone about Sky Arena Duel, a Summoner's War card game, which is coming to a Kickstarter page near you soon. This one's being designed by Richard Garfield, the creator of Magic the Gathering. So while you're looking around in the description, you should check out that link down there that'll take you to the pre-reg page for the Kickstarter. Thank you all so much for watching, keep on farming, and I'll see you right back here next time. Bye everyone.